Woof, Diogenes here once again, carrying my little digital lantern through the algorithm streets of Athens, social media. And before people foam at the mouth, no, I am not claiming secret lizard councils beneath Denver Airport. I am not saying I possess hidden truth. This is speculation, pattern recognition, political instinct, a dog sniffing the wind and saying, storm. I highly suspect we may see President JD Vance before 2028. Not through some cinematic coup, not black helicopters. Not because I think there is a room full of villains twirling mustaches while moving pieces across a chessboard, but because systems evolve towards continuity. And if you strip away the cults of personality and the social media tribalism for 5 seconds, the broader pattern starts becoming visible. An aging populist titan sits at the center of a movement, but built heavily around one man. Behind him stands a younger, more disciplined, ideological heir connected to a rising fusion of tech influence, institutional conservatism, populist energy, executive power theory, and long-term cultural infrastructure. That is not conspiracy. That is just an observable political architecture. People hear the word conspiracy and imagine omnipotent masterminds. Real power is usually far less elegant than that. It is networks, incentives, opportunists, institutions adapting for survival, wealth gravitating towards influence, political organisms seeking continuity beyond a lifespan of a charismatic leader. History is full of this, and frankly, I think many Americans are so hypnotized by the theater of Trump himself that they are barely examining what comes after Trump. That, to me, is the more important question. Because movements that survive do not merely build personalities, they build succession structures. Now, let me be clear. I'm not claiming I know the future. I am not claiming hidden evidence. I am not claiming some guaranteed secret plan. I may be entirely wrong. But I do not think it is unreasonable to observe the age of President Donald Trump, the increasingly open rhetoric around expanded state enforcement powers, the normalization of extraordinary executive authority, the growing fusion of politics, surveillance capability, and ideological infrastructure, and the positioning of younger ideological successors inside that machinery. To me, this does not resemble a temporary political moment anymore. It resembles institutional consolidation. And perhaps the strangest part is that popularity itself may matter less in the future compared to infrastructure. Infrastructure wins now. Media ecosystems, donor networks, algorithmic influence, legal theory, surveillance capability, institutional staffing pipelines, and narrative control. The old America was televised politics. The new America is systems politics. That is why I think people looking only at approval ratings or daily outrage cycles are missing the larger transformation occurring beneath the surface. And before the tribalism starts sharpening axes, no, this is not uniquely a Republican phenomenon. Every modern power structure seeks permanence. Every institution, once large enough, seeks self-preservation. The left does it. The right does it. Bureaucracies do it. Corporations do it. Tech platforms do it. Empires do it. But at this particular moment in history, I believe the American right has become far more consciously aware of institutional long-game strategy than many of its opponents realize. And that matters. Again, this is not prophecy. This is not certainty. This is one mutt philosopher standing in the fog saying, I think I hear something moving in the dark. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe President JD Vance won't be sworn in before 2028. But enough other noises are catching the scent now that I no longer think that observation is irrational. Woof. Diogenes out.